springs fall, what pile does bubble? The black moon swings, and the sky stirs treble. Yes, 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 yes. By violent ends, we kill the light. Through the shadows, madness beckons. Weird at night.
Freed from the shackles of time and space, we present Weird at Night!
What's up, everybody? It's your band, The Big O. I want to encourage you to tune in to Weird at Night right here on Converge Media every Saturday at 10 p.m.
Welcome one and all to the hour-ish of insane art, exploration, connection, and creative conversation. Welcome to Weird at Night. I'm your guide, Patrick Galactic, as we traverse the atmosphere to bring you the most interesting and affecting music and art around the Northwest and beyond. We are swimming in great work tonight, swimming positively. Swimming, my friends. We are loaded up with our further exploration of Black history, a video from returning WAN fam, Air Jazz, will join artist Ibrahim Mahama in asking, what would a world with no boundaries be like? We got Terry Monstrosity, Not For Sale, and so much more coming your way, so strap in. But we can't start the show with the Waniverse in shambles like this. It's a wreck. We must revive this corpse galaxy, and to do it, we must regale the ethersphere with a song of the cosmos. So, join us now. Yes! Good stuff! The stars are spinning exactly right now, and our course is set. And we kick things off in a hurry tonight, Motomies. Afrocop is one of Seattle's best live bands, period. There's no genre too vast, no jam too dense. For Afrocop, Noel Brass Jr., Carlos Tullis, and Andy Sales make magic, and they recently reunited at Vito's in Seattle to give another banger performance. And here is a quick peek.
This is Carlos Tullis, producer and director at Astral Media Lab, and you're watching Weird at Night.
That's right! Carlos Tullis, Astral Media Mastermind, is also one of the best musicians I've ever met in my life, and I had the honor of playing with him and his other project, Screens, at my last live show in February of 2020. AfroCop is worth your support, friends. Smash their Bandcamp link and do some exploring. Speaking of that last live show, it won't be my last live show much longer. That's right! The Softly Burning Boy will be returning to the stage very soon, but that's an announcement for a soon time. So, what do you do when you host a cosmic etherspheric art chair show and you need to get things going? Like, what do? You fire the fuck up, get the abstraction stew boiling, and set a table for Strange, my deadlies. And to do it, I need you to turn rationality off. I need you to turn what the fuck to 11. This cosmic calamity ain't an accident, cowpoke. It's an extravaganza of galactic proportion. Weird at Night is a twice weekly odd voyage through the stars. We love music. We bring surreal comedy. Weird at Night is like a smoky patchwork quilt with Twilight Zone, 90s cable access, Pee-wee's Playhouse, and Reading Rainbow. Oh, stitched in. We're astonishingly wholesome for people who say fuck as often as we do here. More importantly than all of that, we're a show community. The chat is 100% where it's at. A lot of the stuff we'll be showing tonight was made by someone hanging out in the chat. So as always, we give thanks to the Queen Most High! Because you're chatting amongst royalty, Seattle rapper and vibe impresario. The Queen is the true and ultimate ruler of the Waniverse. Check out the Queen's Bandcamp and give praise. Now don't fear the darkness, darling, we're weird, it's night. You're in the right place. Respect for each other and the flow of the show is essential. Distractors, spammers will be ejected. Give us a follow, and at some point in the night, I'm going to sing you a little tune, put your name in the pretty lights on the screen. If you subscribe on Twitch, which is so helpful in this unpaid endeavor to deliver abstract amazingness to the masses, I'll put everything down, I'll grab my guitar, and I'll write you a 20-second song on the spot. All right, let the extravaganza begin. And things are kind of crazy right now, everybody. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this. The world has been plunged into further chaos this week as Russia has initiated a military invasion of Ukraine. I've seen plenty of posts about the potential World War III to know that it's a very, very uneasy time for everyone right now. I know a lot of us are feeling tension and fear. That's understandable and quite rational, friends. And while no one, least of all my dumbass, can assure anyone that things will be all right, I would simply say that it's important to watch how things play out. It's important to allow things to unfold, but before we start projecting those possible nightmare scenarios, believe me, I understand this is already a nightmare. I understand the risks, the threat, and the possible outcomes, but they are only possibilities at this point. It may help some to stay off social media during this time, it may not. Whatever you need, give it to yourself. These are very trying times, my friends. Reach out if you're feeling anxiety or panic. It really helps to talk and unload your mind. That said, Weird at Night is a place to escape, and escape we shall. I dare you to count the amount of times I say the word exclusive in this next segment. And we start that escape with another exclusive 15-second preview of General Mojo's new music video, Clock Runs Out, which they are premiering exclusively here on Weird at Night on Tuesday, March 8th. Here's a little clipsy-do, and enjoy. Clock Runs Out, the new video from General Mojo's, premieres exclusively here on Weird at Night on Tuesday, March 8th. If you're not familiar with their previous work, General Mojo's are one of the most truly psychedelic bands in the Northwest. I really think you're gonna love this. And speaking of love, do you love Look Up Records, the insanely inspired creation of one Bill Darksoft that puts on banger interactive festivals every single year? Well, this year's Look Up Fest just got a whole lot weirder. Because Weird at Night is going to be there. That's right, my deadlies. Weird at Night will be a part of the festivities this year with our very own green screen photo booth at Lookup Fest. Have you ever wanted to step into a vortex the way I do pretty regularly here on Weird at Night? Well, now you can. Come hang out with me at Lookup Fest, step through a vortex, maybe sit on the set of Weird at Night, and let's connect. I love meeting new people, and that's my aim on Saturday, March 12th. But if we're at Lookup Fest, who will host the show? That brings me to my last point. Weird at Night, we are taking a week off, starting on Saturday, March 12th, and returning on Saturday, March 19th. We may not be live on your screen, but rest assured, we will be working to make the Waniverse even more immersive, even more interactive, and just goddamn weirder. This is less of a rest and more a reset. And it's a chance to reimagine the unimaginable. That's right. So, how's the community? How's everybody doing? Any big news? Any announcements? Did you suddenly find yourself in a Flash cupcake parade? Add me in the chat, and I'll read them at the break. But as we chat, and as we add, don't forget to ask me a weird question. Anything you think would be hard to answer, might be funny, whatever you think weird is. Just add me in the chat, and I'll answer them at the chat break. We got a packed house of incredible artists, and it's about time to unload. Ibrahim Mahama, Air Jazz, Celine, and much more are on the way. But this is Terry Monstrosity's spot and Terry Monstrosity's time. And speaking of time, like us here at Weird at Night, Terry has been uploading his archives recently. You may notice his freestyles are always numbered. I believe one of the most recent was number 213. But what about number 1? How did this all start? What did Terry sound like then? Very interesting. Well, as it turns out, you're about to find out.
Maybe I'll take my time, this world is so dramatic. I don't give a fuck about what's gonna happen, I'm just plastered. Laying on that couch, trying to hear what's gonna happen. You see my imperfection on my face, but I'm laughing. I don't give a fuck about nobody sitting up in no mansion. Give a fuck about towers when they fall and hit the ground and crashing. Lost continent, we call Atlantis. And we gon' create just a group and we gon' try to shatter every single record they put in front of my face. It's all gonna die to the side like MySpace. And Facebook took over, then bought everything up like Philip Morris, and we just cling to the same stuff. I don't really wanna know what y'all.
I done been a 10 and a win, don't pretend we ain't it, pal. Sit down on your up and out, it's a pick found, speed lunkin'. Carve a path once we get around, pre-funkin'. Do the dash on a zip now, let's drown. Vip when I sit brown, confounding. Drip from the chin down, need something, see, got a big sound. That water wet, forever green, keep it in town.
7 times I heard that duck called me, saying it had my old Game Boy. The gray one. Probably worth like 5 Barbies. Scarlett O'Hara eats cornflakes and Lindsay Lohan is doing okay, and we are happy. I would only ever say hello to someone who said that billowback bread waves are the best things to have for your metal-fueled breakfast. Rock on, John Mellencamp. Rock on! Holy shit! So a few things. Terry was super good way back then. That was cool as hell. And Terry is on a whole other level since. That's what anything worth doing is all about, my black-hearted beauties. Persistence, practice, dedication, and authenticity. Terry has worked his ass off and the results speak for themselves. Also, thanks to me and my morally compromised cousin, Alex FFV, for the creation of yet another glorious auto-write reading. Are you new? Don't know what an auto-write is? Well, stick around. We do them at the end of every episode, and yours just may be the one we read next episode. Now, our next guest is returning Wan fam Air Jazz with their music video, AK Ginseng. It's an awesome track, but it's got one hell of an interesting and arresting twist. The song is performed in Tlingit, the language of indigenous people from the Pacific Northwest, often regarded as extending from the Portland Canal as far north as Alaska. The video is directed by J-Bo Audio and really inspired me. So, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, check it out.
Uch Yahyati, Kina Adi, Kudats, Kanata, Tukatash, Tuch.
Akhtiye yawe wa akhshawati iyak itu yeti Akhtiye yawe wa akhshawati iyak itu yeti
Akhshawadi, Ayakhachka Hadi, Yayidat Kina Adi, Kina Adi, Akhshawadi, Ayakhachka Hadi, Yayidat Kina Adi, Kina Adi. Takhwasa Akhtubu, Klike Kach, Hande Iwak, Una. Takhwasa Akhtubu, Klike Kach, Hande Iwak, Una.
Akhtiye yawe wa akhshawati iyak itu yeti Akhtiye yawe wa akhshawati iyak itu yeti
Entering Tuani, the center of tsunami. I thought ahead, I brought a water bender with the sunny. Now dripping Fiji, we Gigi, we send it to your mommy. We love our moms too, fool, never Pumanani. Anya Kusani, bring me flip tie, Yagi Dut. I'm chopping fish, need at least one body cut. Call me a killer, call me Jigsaw, why he must? I don't know, I'm a pissed off, one he cut.
Kholigus khadyanik Khutsnu atkani Khatakaudiak Neshdeyon khagut Agawu ayakhwaguti Hati Igu Yayidat ya bagikat Hotuasiku uhansuye Kutusti
You really don't see the second half, the end half of that song coming. You just don't. It kind of comes out of nowhere. Amazing stuff from Air Jazz. Smash their links, show some support. That's top-notch production, amazing beat. Language is fascinating to me, the syllabic difference, the differences in how soft or hard our consonants are. It's amazing stuff. Thank you so much to Air Jazz for sharing that dope work. And while we're talking about dope work, the dopest of the dope is done by our friends over at Converge Media. They have tirelessly covered the pressing issues in Seattle's communities with balance and transparency like this.
We're right here at East Precinct. It doesn't get any closer than this right now.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective. Praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents.
As a small independent media company, we rely on the financial support of individuals and business members to stay on the front lines of the news that's important to you.
The importance of independent media cannot be stressed enough. During the George Floyd protests in 2020, Converge was one of the very few media outlets getting you on the ground, interviewing protesters, cops, and even the mayor to provide a multitude of perspectives and get the real truth. Please check out their website and consider becoming a financial backer. I'm no mountain of money, but I contribute just what I can afford, and I hope maybe you will too. But we're not done with Converge. No. We're just getting started, actually. My good buddy Trey Holiday, goddess of Converge's morning update show, had joined the Wandaverse weeks back to report on the corporate trash summit. And it was bad, real bad. Like, she witnessed a murder and could have died herself. And now she's on Converge to report her findings. Murder aside, I am so excited to see what will surely be a glowing review of her experience. Trey, you ready?
But everybody's south of Capitol Hill's rocking with me. Boys smoke the trays and ponder getting their life together. I'm comfortable with my role, so I'm like, whatever.
All right. Hey there, y'all. We have some new and exciting developments here in the Wandaverse. Now, the Pink Cloud invited me to the first ever corporate summit between the Space Raccoons from Mars and the Trash Force at Hotel Dangerous. Well, neither party could reach an agreement. The Space Raccoons kidnapped the host of Weird at Night, Patrick Galactic, and the Trash Force kidnapped Princess Paprika, daughter of the Space Raccoon King. Not only that, the evil queen of the Trash Force, Alex FNV, tried to kill Dartone III with a poisoned dart. Oh my goodness. The Norland Police Department and their new deputy, Bang Bang Butterfly, were hired to provide security, but arrived after the event had already concluded. Now, they had the audacity to encourage me to write a puff piece about this event, but come on, as the voice of truth here in the Wandaverse, I have to be honest with my audience. The event was a total shit show, y'all. A war between the king of the Space Raccoons and the queen of Trash Force has totally begun. What will the queen of everything have to say about this?
Okay. That's reasonable. I guess I had just assumed that murder aside and evil malfeasance by my cousin would simply be a nuisance amidst the glowing greatness of the Wandaverse, but it turns out that it's not that easy. Trey's just doing the good work. I can respect it, but this is very bad news. Like really, really bad. Like Trey just literally reported very bad news about the Wandaverse to her news-watching audience. What do we do? I'm too broke for flowers again. Trey, this is your cosmic media boo, Patrick Galactic. No one will die next time. I'm reasonably sure-ish. All right, we gotta let that marinate a bit. Woo! And while we do, let's make sure we marinate on some crucial Black history. That's right. Weirdoritos, we're coming to the end of Black History Month, but the work will not end here, at least not here on Weird at Night. Tonight, we focus on the story of student protester Brenda Davis and her incredible story.
The 1960s bore witness to some of the greatest achievements in the long struggle for African American civil rights. Fearless young activists staged sit-ins and marches demanding freedom now. Among them was a young woman named Brenda Travis of Macomb, Mississippi.
The daughter of sharecroppers, Travis, at an early age, was forced to confront the brutal risks that came with being Black in white America. When her older brother was just 13, he was arrested in the middle of the night without his parents being informed of his alleged crime.
There was an immediate fear that he would suffer a fate similar to that of Emmett Till.
This early encounter lit a fire in the young Travis to do her part in the fight for civil rights. In 1961, when she was only 16, Travis met with a young organizer from the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. His name was Bob Moses, and he happened to be in town recruiting volunteers to drive voter registration.
She became involved in SNCC and led a sit-in at the Greyhound bus terminal in the town.
And she's in fact arrested, notably She is not charged with violating a segregation ordinance. She's charged with trespassing. This was a way for the state authorities not to wind up in a legal challenge of the constitutionality of the Jim Crow laws.
2 other activists had been jailed just days prior for sitting in at a Woolworths counter. Together, the young protesters at the center of these events would come to be known as the Macomb Five. Brenda Travis, the youngest protester and the only girl, was jailed for a month. Upon release, she found that she'd been expelled from school. As the news spread, more than 100 of her classmates walked out of Bergland High School and marched down to the Macomb City Hall in protest, with support from the local chapter of SNCC. The risk with their lives that young black organizers took in the 1960s forced a reckoning with Jim Crow that awakened the nation to the cause of freedom.
These recaps are excellent, but they're very, very brief. So let's just, for a minute, rewind for a minute, okay? A 13-year-old kidnapped by the police without charges in the middle of the night. His sister, driven to protect him from potential violence, stages a sit-in to bring awareness to the issue. She's arrested for trespassing. She's held for a month. No violence to speak of on her part whatsoever. America's moralistic superiority is quite simply a fabricated ideal. Look at our history. Look at today. We smother ourselves with, what about the children? We must protect the children. Oh, really? A high school student jailed for a month for a peaceful protest, expelled from school, protesting because her brother was abducted without charge? We have no ground to stand on if one person in this country experiences this. Thank God for the other students in her community who also could have been gravely hurt or arrested for no reason, that gave her circumstances a voice. The holier than thou that project an air of impenetrable moral superiority are often the most damaged and deranged amongst us. And we still see it today. Look at the law regarding trans kids in Texas that was signed this week for another example of how save the children actually means save the children we haven't decided are below our efforts. Quite frankly, it's sickening. Well, that pissed me off. I'm going to try to come back down to earth, and while I do that, why don't you do some Nada Mucho newsy news, eh? That's right. NadaMucho.com has spent 25 years sharing the best of Northwest music and culture, and tonight is no exception. Sadly, returning as well is Howlin' Dan Hansen from... Am I reading this right? You're serious? Okay. Here's Howlin' Dan Hansen from jail.
That's right, it's Howlin' Dan Hansen, and I'm back with another track preview from Nada Mucho, the editor guy over there. Is crazy as fuck, but not as crazy as my day, let me tell you. I got pulled over by an officer, and it was for a routine flat tire that I had on my car, but I told him, hey man, I got warrants. You should probably take me in because Howlin' Dan lives above the truth. Howlin' Dan lives above the lie. So, here I am, serving my time as I earned, as I usually do. Anyway, these track previews coming at you. They're gonna be great, so you should listen to them right now. I'm Howlin' Dan. I'm in prison. I'll be out soon. Bye.
Niggas need money more than the God that they print to on a daily to save them a couple spots. Shit getting million by the drop.
Yeah, nigga, you know, they no snap, buried they raps and tracks, and we burnt the maps, the orders back. Council don't count them, slow multiply the packs. Scary type pussy niggas always.
On in the 580 with a blind baby and her hair long. She think I'm crazy, have my shooter slap at his eardrums, nigga. I be walking in sacks trying to fuck up a bag, let me clear out the rack. If you like what I'm doing, you see where I'm going, then hand me them racks. My Claire got a bubble on me. When it get cold, I got thunder on me. My grade out of town had that bundle on me, and my 40 was gone.
Right place to cuss it down.
That's right. Already a pretty hot night, and here we are at the chat break. I do believe we had maybe a question or two. Seattle Sid says breakfast tacos, great pick. They are great. They are great. I also have to draw some attention to that first track, Thanos Snap by Nate Jake featuring Naki. Holy shit. I love that song. Because it's got that kind of chill, like Latin jazz vibe, while at the same time, just amazing rhymes over the top. It's fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. So I asked you to ask me a weird question, and one of you did. And that would be my evil cousin, Alex F&V. What happens when Sonic the Hedgehog goes into a glass museum? Well, Sonic just probably crashes through a whole bunch of shit because you can't really loop-de-loop in glass, you know what I mean? So Sonic's trying to loop-de-loop, and even though he's a fucking hedgehog and pretty light, he's still breaking shit because glass can't really hold very much stuff, especially the glass at a glass museum. So Sonic is a fucking glass terrorist is what I would say. Also, just a little heads up, we have more emotes coming to the Waniverse. That's right, friends. Do you buy bits? Do you spend bits? Because if you do, there are three exclusive emotes that you can get that no one else can use. And the first one at the 1,000 bits spent level is none other than the wonderful Mandolin Rivage, played by Freddie Dalmastar. That has not been approved, but will be available, should be available this Tuesday. So this Tuesday, if you want to spend some bits, I know Naomi, Baomi, Faomi already will have access to this emote because she uses so many bits. So don't miss out if you want to use that Mandolin Rivage emote this Tuesday. Start spending those bits, baby. Also, spend your WAN bucks. Like I said, I added some new rewards last episode. I'm going to add some more. And if you have some crazy ideas for some rewards for the WAN bucks, make sure you let me know. Just add me in the chat. And we can get them added. We can add just about anything as long as I'm willing to do it, which is really always the biggest question. So, see, Bicentennial Baby's got it, spending the bits already. Also, big thanks to Bicentennial Baby for running links for us tonight on Twitch, Converge on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much, Bicentennial Baby. You're an amazing link bunny. We super, super duper appreciate you. Also, have you joined our Discord? Because if you haven't, it's what we use to stay in touch in between episodes. We also have a post-show Discord voice chat at the end of every single episode. However, tonight, I will not be able to join you live. I have too much going on, too much to get to. There's just too much with school and everything else. I simply can't make the time for Discord tonight, but I will be back next Tuesday. But don't let that stop you. You don't need me, friends. This community is made up of amazing people. Go to the post-show Discord voice chat. Have a great time. Get to know the Waniverse. There's nothing but cool people. You really can't go wrong. Also, are you an artist? Because if you're a musician, a poet, a painter, a dancer, if you make drag art, stand-up comedy, sketch comedy, short films, animation, literature, you can submit to Weird at Night. And there's 3 ways you can do it now. You can submit via email, weirdatnight@gmail.com. You can submit through our Discord by sending me a private message there. Or you can go to our Weird at Night submissions page, which I forgot to give the link to Bicentennial Baby. But we have a new submissions page that you can go check out, and it will tell you everything you need to send. There's even a little form. You can even attach your files to the form. So we're trying to make it as easy as we possibly can, but the bottom line is, baby, we want your stuff on Weird at Night because that's what we do here. We celebrate creativity in all of its forms. So please submit your work to Weird at Night. Now coming up, we got a good fire burning. Now it's time to pour on some gas. We got Tolliver, Not For Sale, Ibrahim Mahama, and much more still to come. But quite surprisingly, New Orleans PD Chief Steve Germany made an Instagram post today that seemed to indicate he's kind of pissed. That's not entirely surprising. Steve is usually upset in some way or another, but his post specifically said, "No respect." Let's find out what's going on with the resident shoe dick, huh? Steve?
No respect. No goddamn respect. What would this place be without Stevie G? What would this
trash shit even be without Stevie G? But Gruff is lucky Noirland PD was there to protect Hotel Dangereux. I've been ahead of every turn in this mystery and under every shoe. There's only one thing to do as the hero of this trash saga Space Raccoon debacle. I must abstain. If Dartone wants to take his war to the waters of Pinot Noir, that's fine by Stevie G. That's not our jurisdiction. What happens in Pinot Noir stays in Pinot Noir. Plus, that trash island stinks. Yep, that's my decision. Sydney, please let the precinct know that we will be mobilizing 0 officers to help Dartone. Wow, look at you, Steve. Decisions made, days saved, and it's not even lunch. Just another day in Noirland PD. Buddy Cop Steve Germany and Dartone were the ones who discovered the origins of Mandy Ravage, the Goblin Bird, together. It looks like a rift is building, and now Steve is withholding all security forces, feckless as they may be, from helping Dartone in his battle with Trash Force. This will almost certainly not be it will almost certainly not play a big part in the Final Flush Waste Dump 69, right? We'll have to see, but Final Flush is on the way very soon, my weirdos. When I say very soon, I mean next Saturday soon. But from soon, we turn to right fucking now, and a performance from the insanely charismatic and talented Tolliver. Self-described as a broke, gay, super hot musician, Tolliver brings the goods, and this performance is no exception. Tolliver witnessed the death of his pastor father at the age of 11 and lived in the fear that his father would condemn his lifestyle. But he's channeled those feelings into incredible music and art. He's now living in Los Angeles and has appeared on The Late Late Show with James Corden. He's really, really fucking good, is the point. So let's watch the really fucking good guy, huh?
Summer got me feeling like a Klondike. Everybody wanna take a big bite. I'm talking living cold in the center. But lately I've been feeling like a winter. Maybe cause the winter done passed. I'm making big moves, people kissing my ass. Been a hot minute since I sat in the class, but I got my hand up, baby, give me a pass. Ain't no telling if you a freak like me, never feeling at home, just clap them heels like clap. Clap, if you a freak like me, never feeling at home, just clap them heels like clap, clap, hey. Well, baby, I'm the Wizard of Oz. I took a lot of roads, every one of them are. Not every day that passes got me like in my yards. I'm not a better man, but I feel like a god. I'm nervous, I got a god in me, so helpless. Snap your fingers and I'll disappear. It just seems like, cause I'm nervous, I got a God in me. The heavenly angels sing like Gabriel. I'll make moves just as long as I'm able. Steady the moves from the grave to the cradle. Spoon feeding y'all, use my lungs as a ladle. Now I've been having fun with my labels. Pansix, Prince, eating buns off the table. Soon you see me grinning on cable. I'm sweeter than the man named Maple. I'm nervous, I got a God in me, so helpless. Snap your fingers and I disappear. And just sing like, hey, hey, hey. Cause I'm nervous, I got a God in me. Yeah, we'll pause right there, power. Thanks, y'all.
Pretty fascinating stuff. I'm not overly familiar with the migration crisis in Europe or Milan specifically, but we deal with xenophobia in America plenty. We deal with labor exploitation in America plenty. Using jute sacks, the sacks used to transport cocoa beans to cover these boundaries and remove the exclusivity of those structures is absolutely brilliant. Countries have borders and barriers, currencies, wealth and poverty, yet human beings all require air, food, water, sleep, and general sustenance in order to survive regardless of how much money they have or what country they live in. Removing those barriers and borders is a powerful reminder that a lot of this existence is just made up of shit that carries, it's just made up shit, but it carries real consequences. We've dropped the link to the video and to the Louisiana channel on YouTube, who provided that video and are great creators of content. And also big love to Celine for providing our dream break tonight. Celine's work is available for purchase via Second Nature on Bandcamp. I love the name of that song. The Secret Garden is in your mind. It is not even debatable as far as I go. Also, want to give a big shout out to Spencer Anomic Carlson, who has been subscribed to Weird at Night for 17 months. Spencer Carlson Music, is the person in the chat, a good friend, great musician. Make sure you check out Spencer's stuff. Thank you for subscribing to Weird at Night so loyally, Spencer. We really do appreciate it. We're closing out Black History Month tonight with another look at another time in American history. Reconstruction, the post-Civil War era, a time when the country was supposed to be healing and moving on from slavery, but not so fast. While slavery laws may no longer have been valid, there were many nefarious people waiting in the wings to make sure Black Americans did not achieve equality. Here you go.
Most of us know our country fought a civil war in the 1860s, but less is known about what came afterward, the chaotic, exhilarating, and ultimately devastating period known as Reconstruction. It was a moment of profound change, with promises of citizenship and equal rights for all. One of the greatest achievements of Reconstruction was granting Black men the right to vote. In 1867 alone, over 80% of all the Black men in the former Confederate states registered to vote. 3 years later, Hiram Revels was elected the first Black man to serve in the United States Senate, and Joseph Rainey became the first Black United States Congressman. Their election paved the way for more than 2,000 Black office holders who served at every level of government during Reconstruction.
There are not many moments in recorded human history where a group that was so subordinated would, within the space of a decade, actually be integrated into the highest echelons of political society.
But the momentum wouldn't last. Black men's access to the ballot box, along with other key rights gained during Reconstruction, were rolled back systematically throughout the South. In 1875, near the end of Reconstruction, the 44th Congress included 7 Black House members and a United States Senator. By 1900, only one remained, Congressman George Henry White of North Carolina.
By the time George H. White leaves office in 1901, he literally turns the light off on national Black political leadership. No one will come behind him for an entire generation.
One of the cruel ironies of Reconstruction is that Black people could claim certain rights in the 1870s that they would have to fight to reclaim in the 1960s. A sobering reminder that achievements thought permanent can be overturned and rights can never be taken for granted.
That was an extremely broad overview of Reconstruction. The history is not hard to find, and it's crucial that you do understand it to understand the true mess we face today. While slavery as a legal method for argument was now illegal, the persistence of the South in making sure African Americans did not have the same rights as whites was relentless.
The emergence of Jim Crow laws, exclusionary voting measures, made sure the legal struggle continued for nearly a full century longer. And though it has improved greatly since that time, it still rages on today. Friends, I am not black. I've never experienced what it is to be a black person in America, and I never will. There is much of the history we've shared this month that I heard for the first time with you all. It makes me angry. It makes me feel conned. It exposes the vast flaws in my public education and shows so clearly the stain of white supremacy in it all. To enact change that is lasting, we have to show the next generation that people can grow, can learn, and can change. We have to empower them to be ardently anti-racist. We have to encourage them to embrace people of all cultures, of all ethnicities, of all colors, the same way they embrace those that look like them. Much damage has been done, and it can't be undone. It can't be relegated to history, not when so much wrong still occurs here on a daily basis. We have to focus on improving ourselves so that we can leave a more just world in the hands of our kids. Keep digging. Keep educating yourself. Don't be afraid of the truth. Welcome it. Accept it. Let it wash over you. Let yourself be better. This is a quick reminder that even though this episode is nearing its end, the party isn't over. Join our Discord server and hop on the community voice chat channel after the show. Tonight, I will not be in the Discord myself. I have deadlines to hit for school and too much work ahead of me to procrastinate. God damn it! I hate it when I can't procrastinate. But I'll be back here this Tuesday. In the meantime, don't wait for my silly ass. Go meet our insanely supportive community of people tonight after the show. All right. Well, it's time, friends, for the auto-write. The auto-write. What is the auto-write? Well, it's the tool of the surrealist. Actually, it's the tool of Hilma af Klint before the surrealist, but we don't need to we can pick and parse later. What is an auto-write? It's the tool of the surrealist. It's a way to connect with our unconscious creative mind. So, essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to count back from 10, and as I do, I just want you to clear your mind. Try to clear your mind to the best of your ability. When I get to 1, I'm going to say go. And when I say go, we're all going to tippity type in the chat and just whatever comes into your mind. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it makes any sense. You don't need to spell correct or edit. Okay? And after about 45 seconds, I'm going to say stop. When I say stop, we all enter a return on our keyboards, and everybody reads the auto-writes that everybody wrote, and we all blast off into Discord or to Tuesday. Also, don't leave right after the show. I'm going to be playing a track. I forgot to play a song. Ash Maddie spent some WAN bucks last episode so that I'd play a song. I totally spaced. So about 10 seconds after the show's over, I'm going to come back and play a song that Ash Maddie has selected for me to play tonight. So, once again, this auto rate. I count back from 10. You try to clear your mind. When I get to 1, I'll say go. You all start tippity typing for about 30 to 45 seconds, whatever comes into your head. Don't spell correct, don't edit. When I say stop, we all hit enter or return on our keyboards. Everybody's auto rate shows up in the chat. I read them out loud. Then we get out of here. Then I come back and I play you a song in a very confusing manner. All right, so we're gonna do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, and stop. I just dropped my auto write in the chat, waiting for some more to come in, but I'll start reading mine. What the fuck to say when so much has already been said by me? Why do we ask ourselves why when the answers are never evident, and if they are, the answers are wrong? Why? I just like saying that. Well, it's okay. We need some kind of certainty, I suppose, and we'll usually do stupid things to get it. And here we go again. And so it goes, and so it goes. Thanks, me. Great auto-write, me. Spencer Carlson music. I really want to write about nothing but the ceiling is screaming in multi-plaid like MXPX, but bad. I wonder how many times the black hole has to be observed before it's truly understood. So sad. I produced a pop song, even though I do that, there are too many bacon strips. Wow. Sounds like there's a lot going on over there, Spencer Carlson. Thank you so much for your auto-write, buddy. Love you. Anarchy and Bedrock. The best thing that happened was that everything was awesome and nothing else mattered. Could not have been a better end. May we always hold the ungraspable. Anarchy and Bedrock. I like the sound of this. Bicentennial baby. Oh, I don't know. I just don't know. It's like the greens and blues of the history of my shoes can't possibly weave the finger gun rubber hands I shoot just before bed. This bedtime sounds very interesting, Bicentennial baby. Thank you. And once again, thank you for being an amazing link buddy. We appreciate you so much. Alex F&V, gavels down and pinky fingers up. We're going on an adventure to Frodo's toilet. He said there's a bidet made of candy canes and I think he's full of shit. Yep, he's full of shit, all right, but it's the kind Dartone talks about and nothing to do with candy canes. I hate myself for this. I should be ruined the way Dartone should die. Reese's. Alex, we just shared your auto-write. You gotta stop doing this. We're only gonna end up sharing Alex F&V's auto-writes. This is terrible. Ash Maddie. Hilma Af Clint went to Flint and used lead paint on their taint. Flaming nostrils made of Gatorade. Bottle bongs looks good when you're wearing a Donkey Kong ascot and your name is either Bruce or Scott. Smash the like button if you are way into this kind of shit. That was pretty fucking great, Ask Maddie. And I am way into this shit. Here we are, friends, at the end of another hour of incredible art, music connection, and creative conversation. We celebrate this human experience at Weird at Night. We didn't choose to be born at this strange moment in our history with pandemics, war, and so much chaos swirling around us seemingly all the time. But we're here. We get this experience together. I'm so happy to share it with you, no matter what the fuck is going on. I'm grateful to be here in this time, right now. In this time, right now. I am grateful that I'm a part of this time with you. Thank you so much for that. It wouldn't have been the same tonight without a single one of you. Weird at Night is founded on 4 key principles. People come first, time over money, art is the antidote, attack with love. Love yourself because you're the best thing that'll ever happen to you. We aren't invincible, but we are stronger than we think, and more creative than we think too. To me, creativity is a force in nature. Those of us that allow ourselves to remain open to it can harness that force in remarkable ways. Stay here, stay in the moment. Let it flow through you, friends. Last episode, our good buddy Ash Maddie spent some WAN bucks to request a song, and my dumbass forgot to play it. So, after we roll the credits and you see the end scene, wait about 10 seconds, and I'll come back to serenade you, beautiful weirdos. I'm Patrick Galactic. We are Weird at Night. Take good care of you and love your people every chance you get. I won't be in the Discord, but I will see you Tuesday at 10 p.m. Pacific. In about 10 seconds after we go off the air, I'm going to come back. So stick around. I'm going to play you a song after we're done.
You're weird at night. So weird at night. Thanks for being so weird at night. For 100 nights. Weird at night.
Freed from the shackles of time and space, we present Weird at Night!
Hi, I told you I was coming back, and I'm back. That's right. We have a song for Ash Maddie. I'm just going to turn off the background music. Hopefully it actually turned off, because I can't tell, because I don't have my headphones on. All right. This song was a special request from Ash Maddie. It's the first single I ever released as a solo artist. It's called Futures Come and Go. It premiered exclusively on Nadamucho.com in 2015. That's how long I've been rolling with Ash Maddie and the crew. So without further ado, I'll just shut up and play. Don't go feeling sorry for me. Shame's worth more than gold. All my broken, unworthy designs, sainted on a throne, spinning round and round, spinning round and round, spinning round and round. I live for you, you. So you wouldn't have to live for you. So you wouldn't have to live for you. So you wouldn't have to. So don't go wasting your sorrows on me. Futures come and go. All my broken, unholy divides, tainted on a throne, spinning round and round, spinning round and round, spinning round and round. I live for you, so you wouldn't have to live for you. So you wouldn't have to live for you. So you wouldn't have to. I live for you. So you wouldn't have to live for you. So you wouldn't have to live for you. So you wouldn't have to. That was Futures Come and Go. You can actually pick that up on Bandcamp. It is there. It is available. And I ain't gonna complain if you do. I think I'm gonna play you guys a bonus track tonight. I'm feeling a little saucy. So I'm gonna play you a track that I put on the show somewhat recently. It's called Shine On Moonlight. It's a new track that I'm recording right now. I shared it as an in-process work. shaken, awaken from a dream. And I know you can't survive the past. And I know. Oh my God, I forgot how to play this song. I know you can't survive the past. Living in memories. All right, I'm starting over. Whoops. Remember your own songs. That's always key, okay? Shine on, moonlight. What did you leave for me? Shaken, awaken from a dream. 'Cause I know you can't survive the past. Living in memories. And I know the moment's coming fast, but not what it means. And what have my hopes become when they have brought me to my knees? I keep hanging on. I keep hanging on. Shine on, moonlight. What did you leave for me? Shaken, awaken from a dream. And I know the moment's here at last, freed from the memories. And I know the boat just coming fast, but not what it means. Don't you realize there's something more than you or me? I keep hanging on. I keep hanging on. I keep hanging on. I keep hanging on. We got it eventually, babies. I'm Patrick Galactic. We are Weird at Night. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I hope you guys have a great time in Discord. Don't wait for me. Go to the Discord. Have a good time. I'll just be schmucking it over here. But you all are beautiful, sexy people with so much to contribute. Go talk to each other. I love you. I'll see you Tuesday.
Freed from the shackles of time and space, we present Weird at